It's a Fair Play News Cup series powered by SkyX.net. We are here for the first ODI, Sri Lanka versus Australia, and we are live at the Pallikele International Stadium. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are joining us from. And that's a look at the series, the itinerary, the T20 series done and dusted. Sri Lanka winning that last game but losing the series. But it's a brand new series as far as the one-day tournament is concerned. 5 games, and then we got 2 test matches to follow up with. Very good toss to win by the looks of it. And take a look at the Sri Lankan side. There's Dunith Vellalage making his debut and Dhananjay De Silva coming into the side. Those are the 2 changes for Sri Lanka.
Australia, I think, is a very strong batting lineup. Top 6 and probably top 7. Alex Eric. Only worry for me is playing 3 quicks in this surface where it's going to turn. Mitchell Simpson, unlucky for me.
A good afternoon to you, Bradley Haddon.
Afternoon, HD. Exciting times here. Josh Hazel with the first delivery.
Sri Lanka off and running. Winning the toss, I mentioned a little earlier, they won the toss. Sri Lanka decided to have a bat first. It is a used surface here in Pallikele. It was the one that was used the other night in the T20 International. Oh, chop. It's going to go for 4. That's fortunate.
An interesting delivery there from Josh Hazel. Hit his natural length back for length, but that one shot low and fast. It's taken the inside edge of the batsman, but it's kept low. Only the 3rd ball, and already we're seeing some variance in bounce.
Welcome to Sri Lanka, Alex Carey. I'm sure you like to glove the first few with the batter leaving it alone just to get a feel. Just a little bit short, but it's more the pace of the surface that allows Gunatilaka to rock back and pounce on that delivery.
Too short there from Glenn Maxwell. Scott back, hasn't tried to overhit that 4 times it beautifully.
Come on, Max, come on, Max.
First boundary for the Sri Lankans. And that's what they've got to do. They've got to put pressure back on Maxwell with his new ball.
Yes, mate.
12 without loss.
Come on, mate.
Well, that's a response. That is an emphatic response. It's gone fine. Too much work. Too much work in the deep. Boundary.
Oh, nicely played. 1 bounce for Gunatilaka's hitting them a lot better.
Beautiful shot of his foot by Gunatilaka on the leg side. Pat Cummins changing the angle. Straight away, Dhanush Gunatilaka onto it. Beautiful shot, not trying to hit too hard, keeping the shape, making sure finding that gap.
Oh, hits it well. No need to run for that. Anushka Gunatilaka, that's his 5th 4.
Hold your pose, Gunatilaka. What a beautiful shot.
That's through, that's 4. Nicely. On top of it, Pathum Nissanka got on his toes.
A little bit width this time by Pat Cummins. Previously was very straight. This is what Pat Cummins can't do for Pathum Nissanka. He's very strong, square of the wicket, anything short. Beautiful shot, bisecting that gap perfectly.
He needed that, Pathum Nissanka. Lots of dot balls he's faced. Oh, that's safe. Oh, it goes all the way. 50 up for Sri Lanka. Quick and very well directed from Pat Cummins, but no joy.
I think Pathum Nissanka was very lucky there. Beat for pace. A quick bouncer, targeting the ribcage area, probably the helmet. Go in the kitchen sink at it. You go hard, go big, throw it away. Top edge. Finally get no chance.
It's the cushion boundary skirting, and hence it will be signal 6. Oh, gets that through. Wonderful finish to the power play from Sri Lanka's point of view. 14 of the 10th. It's 56 for no loss. That's in the gap. Anas Labuschagne gives up the chase. It's 4. That was slightly short, and Pathum Nissanka all over it.
A good shot by Pathum Nissanka. Picked up the length pretty early. Ashton Nega slightly short. Enough time in the slow pitch for Pathum Nissanka to rock back and find that gap between mid-wicket and long on.
Oh, more runs, maybe 4 of them. Ashton Ega it was. He thought he had Gunathilaka shot. A dot ball from Jai Richardson turns out to be a 4. Bottom edge away from deep square leg. 4 more. Everything going Sri Lanka's way for the moment.
Slightly shorter, quicker. Huge appeal by Alex Carey. Wondering whether to go upstairs. Discussion. And Aaron Fitch takes it.
Okay, it's a flat line with the ball passes the bat. There's a clear gap between bat and ball. I have a decision for the... Let's go back to the on-field umpire, please. Kumar, you can stay with your original decision of not out. You're on screen now.
Yep, there we go. Australia lose a review. Gunathilaka survived. 79 for no loss.
Goes for the sweep and he gets it fine. He will get a boundary. Maxwell spoils the over by firing that ball down the leg side, but Sri Lanka won't complain. 87 without loss. That's his 50. His 3rd in ODI. And what a hand this young man has played. He's been a find as far as Sri Lanka was concerned. 4. Gunathilaka's 11th 50 in one-day internationals in his 45th game. And Chris Silverwood stands to him. This is a special moment. Both openers getting half centuries and Sri Lanka getting off to a very good start. Another look.
Just gave himself a little bit of room there. Josh Hazlewood gave up his stumps, but he's good. Didn't quite time the ball. The bat turned his hand, but he's good enough to beat mid-on and bring up a well-deserved 50.
He's on the bounce to the man at square leg. Slog sweep, in fact a good sweep shot. He will get a boundary, the conventional sweep. That was a poor delivery from Ega. You can't have square leg here, saving one and drift onto the pads, and at that pace. I believe he's playing the role of a frontline spinner. Swept again. Good work in the deep. They're coming back for 2. Oh, that has to be tight. That has to be tight. They're gone upstairs.
Roll it, roll it. Ball is in the keeper's hand and the wickets are broken. The batsman is short of his grounds. I have a decision for the giant screen.
How unfortunate was that? Sri Lanka was looking so good. You were talking about Australia needing a wicket. It's about getting a wicket, and this time through a run out, and perfect for Australia, just breaking this partnership. Gunathilaka goes for 55 of 53. The 115 for 1.
There's the second one. Pathum Nissanka trying to break free with Australia all over them after the wicket of Danushka Gunathilaka, and they've got back-to-back wickets. It's both set batsmen in the pavilion.
Yeah, not an ideal situation this for Sri Lanka. Nissanka becoming a little bit becalmed as Mendes has tried to get himself in, so he looks to find a boundary. It's an error. It's an error from Pathum Nissanka. Agar takes the big wicket. Sri Lanka have lost their second. They're 118 for 2.
Oh, lovely. That's timing at its best. The point of contact a lot later, close to the body. 20 balls ago is the last time we saw a boundary. So in slower conditions, your hands tend to come in front because you're playing early. He waits for it and he plays it underneath there. So the right time, Mendes is helping us out in trying to explain our point. So you tend to play early, your timing's not there, you're unable to beat fielders. It takes a while to get used to that change. That's where the set batsman's able to settle in.
And I would imagine this is good running. This is good running. They might have a look upstairs, but I think he's safe.
Keep rolling it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Okay, the batsman has made his ground before the wicket has been broken. I have addition for the giant screen.
Tight, it was tight. Very, very tight. I suppose there's two types of runs, good ones and bad ones. Half appeal from behind. Could be out. Oh, that's unbelievable. What a catch that is by David Warner.
Outstanding. Australia keep chipping away. Dhananjay De Silva saw it was Warner. He thought he'd got enough, but Warner, he's got springs. Leaps in. But you know what? He went across, didn't he? So that he's in a better position to pluck that out. Chips that through. Watch him. Oh, yes. David Warner moves nicely and gets the timing right on the leap. So does Ega. Lanka now lose another. Dhananjay De Silva walks back. He's got 7. Sri Lanka 134 for 3.
Yeah, that's beautifully played. Got it fine enough and away for 4. A much-needed boundary for Sri Lanka. 28 gone, 143 for 3.
Swung away on the leg side. Oh, would have been an outstanding catch. Brilliant work in the deep. We'll have to wait and see whether he crossed the boundary or not. But would have been a brilliant catch. But excellent piece of fielding. But I'm sure the umpire will want to take a look.
Tell you what a fantastic effort. Looks like Magnus Labuschagne at long on. Fantastic effort. Has the presence of mind to save the boundary as well. Take a look at that.
It's played fine and played very late. That will run away to the boundary. That pushed through a bit quicker by Maxwell 88 case that time. Just waiting for it, using the pace and the angle.
A clever late cut by Charita Salanka. Watching it really closely. He knew where the cover point fielder was. That's Pat Cummins. This outfield do the rest.
158 now, 5 runs in the over so far. They'll get a single quickly. Oh, direct hit would have been had him in trouble for sure. Kusal Mendes would have been struggling if that hit. Had that hit, he would have been in trouble. Take another look. Running with the shot, fieldsman coming in, and yes, a direct hit would have been very tight. Very, very tight. Just didn't strike. Kusal Mendes survives. 32 overs, 161 for 3, and it's time for some drinks.
Another slow delivery down the left side. Pat Cummins losing his arm, and Kusal Mendes just helps him on his way.
But a slog sweep will give him a boundary.
Effective edge. There's the boundary Sri Lanka needed to end the over. 8 off it. 198 for 3. Nicely played in the gap. There's the boundary. Risk-free cricket. Just keep going. You'll get those loose ones to put away.
There's a beautiful cricket shot. But that all comes off the back of rotating the strike. Hazelwood just drifted in the leg stump. Mendy's in the form he's in the moment. Just helps that on the way. The left-hand, right-hander rotating the strike. It gets frustrating for the bowlers will have to keep changing their line and length.
That's in the gap, at least a couple. Sri Lanka will come back. Oh, there's the pressure you talk about. He just looked up because the batsman were going to pick up a second, and there you go.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about, making sure you run that first one hard, make it straight and make a decision and feel uncomfortable getting that ball. We've seen that just now. It's a simple ball played down the fine leg off the hippie. Paddy Cummins has just taken a look up, see where the batsman was, a little bit of a bobble. Ball runs. That's the luck you get when you put the pressure back on the Australians. You run hard with your first one.
And the importance of intensity. ODI is chipped that in the air. Tried to go down the ground, but Aaron Finch takes an easy one.
It's a huge wicket there from Australia. You could just see pressure starting to build. As a Lanka, he wanted to do that to Hazelwood the previous over. He picked his mark here from Jai Richardson, tried to go straight down the ground. Checked his shot, got it low on the bat, and in the end, it was a really simple catch. Australian captain Aaron Finch.
Just when Australia needed it. And coming in to the end of the power play, but he's batted beautifully, Charita Salanka. 37 he's made, Sri Lanka 211 for 4. Another misfield. 18th half century to Kusal Mendes. Sri Lanka really needed that. It's been a wonderful knock. Well played at the end of 40, 214 for 4. Oh, nick that away, that'll be runs. Long chase for the fielder at square leg. This outfield quick, very quick.
Get it, coach.
Yeah, he gets that through. That's nicely played. Beautifully timed. Dasun Shanaka gets his first boundary. A lovely cricketing shot.
Down the ground, huge stroke, over mid-wicket. Kusal Mendes goes big. And a crowd catch straight away, the first ball. When Maxwell put under pressure. It's good batting. Used his feet, kept his shape. And it's a massive six. As I say, good evening to HD Ackerman.
Here we go again. They've got the base to work from now, Sri Lanka. Mendes is in, he's at almost a run a ball. And on the other side is a man who's full of confidence. Australia under a little bit of pressure here now. That's what he's looking to do. Just uses the pace and it runs away for 4. That's a delightful stroke.
The difference is the previous one, this one a bit shorter, hence there's enough time Kusal Mendes to nudge it across.
Well, that little young man there on left of screen having a wave. We're going to get back to him. We're going to get back to him. Remember how he was dancing and jumping within the crowd during that final T20 match at this ground when Shanaka was going berserk? Well, he's met the SLC president and he's been given some tickets, 2 tickets. Oh, he's gone again. He hasn't got it this time. That's a great catch. Warner.
Rank full toss. Does it for Dasun Shanaka this time. Got the bottom of the bat, trying to go over long on. The 6 written all over it. David Warner, what a day he's having in the field. Missing out there, Dasun Shanaka, the man who has been batting really well for Sri Lanka. Only managed to get the bottom of the bat. And that man on the screen, David Warner, doing the rest. Yeah, Abu Shane, lucky man there. An important wicket for Australia. Sri Lanka losing their 5th. Dasun Shanaka gone for 6, 240 for 5.
He's found in vacant area and it's going to bounce away and evade Stoinis in the deep. Another boundary for Sri Lanka, ends the 45th, 249 for 5. Got it square and away for 4. Brilliant placement by Mendes.
Placement on point. Huge gap between square leg and mid-wicket. And this time, straight away, the first delivery again. Boundary. It's like the top spin. And in the middle stump. This is where Kusal Mendes is very powerful as Sri Lanka brings up the 250.
Goes again, this time straighter. Same result, 4 more.
Power, absolute power. This time, in front of the mid-wicket. Line slides at the off stump that the batsman could stretch his arms, and the impressive part was all around the ground. Less risk when it's there to be hit, and this man's not going to miss out.
It's targeting that short side. Australia are trying to protect it. They've got a long on, a deep mid-wicket, a deep square leg. It's so small out there away to the leg side of Mendes. Clever batting. 9 off 3. He's at the non-striker's end. He's doing some damage here as Kusal Mendes.
Two brilliant sweep shots. Square this one. This one was much straighter. Line was just outside the off stump. The second one, hence it was easier for settled batsman to get that gap. And Labuschagne in disbelief.
The ability to place sweep shots. He said so much protection out there, but Maxwell watched it go to his right, and then the following delivery watched it go to his left. Out. Good catch by Carey.
They slow it down there, Labuschagne's much slower, just outside the off stand, and Shamik Kanwaratne trying to take it towards extra cover for a single. This what a risk could do. Kept that for a spin and bounce. A good pickup by Alex Carey. Maybe still missed the trick by missing out. And Swepson playing this game, looking at that replay. Kanwaratne gone for 7. Sri Lanka 258 for 6.
Brilliantly played.
Neat touch by Vanidhu. Third man Phil had no chance. Using the pace which Jai Richardson offered.
He goes up and over. It'll be hauled in. No, it won't. Australia making mistakes at the death. Oh, that's 4 in a row. That's 4 in a row. The little master doing a job.
This is not good bowling, got to be said. Third man fine leg up. You cannot bowl that length. Batsmen are waiting for it.
Oh, wow! What a shot that is.
It's a shot and a half. Gave him some room. Inside out. That is Vanidhu Hasaranga's forte. He's very strong through the offside, especially against spinners. But this time, it's a pace. Jai Richardson probably trying to bowl the Yorker, missed out the length. Dog is as good as mine, but in the end, it's a hit-me ball.
Boundary.
Cardinal error is so minimum. And Hazelwood this time a little too fuller.
Hasaranga will go off the final delivery on the over, but he has done some serious damage to Australia here. In just 19 deliveries, he scored 37 runs and has ensured that Sri Lanka finish on 300 for 7.
86 of the last 10, and if Sri Lanka before the toss, if you had said 300 batting first in this pitch, hands down they would have taken it. And this man on screen did a lot of damage to the Australian bowlers, and clearly the momentum going to the second innings is with Sri Lanka.
A lovely innings by Kusal Mendes as well. 86 not out of 87 deliveries. He was the backbone and richly deserves the applause that he will receive as he makes his way off the ground here in Palakele. But the excitement was provided by Wanindu Hasaranga. Right at the back end when Sri Lanka needed to just put their foot down, he gave it to them. Silverwood will be happy. The public certainly are. 300 for 7 or 50 overs. this is going to take some chasing. But a good all-round performance by Sri Lanka with the bat.
Absolutely, started well by Gunatilaka and Nissanka with half centuries, and Kusal Mendis finishing up the innings on 86. Sri Lanka chipping in with 37 of 42, and the man at number 8, Vanindu Hasaranga, 37 of 19. He kept the innings on hold for Sri Lanka. Runner ball, batted brilliantly.
Hazelwood, again, very good. 1 for 54 in 10. He really does the hard yards with the new ball in the middle and at the back end. Ashton Agar going at under 5 to the over, picked up 2 vital wickets, but not a day for the seamers really. 300 for 7.
Good evening, everyone. It's exciting here for Sri Lanka. Their batting innings was outstanding. They had some really good partnerships. There was times when they were in trouble, but they consolidated. With 300 on the board, and now Sri Lanka have gone into the game with 4 spinners, and let's see how they go.
The first ball. Oh, straight away there is bounce, pace and bounce. Got Warner hopping a bit. Punched off the back foot, that's 4. Short and wide, he stood up, got to his full height and finishes the over well, 5 without loss. Oh, they're asking the question, unless there's an inside edge. There is no inside edge, so Warner has to go. He's going to have a word with the captain.
The origin edition is out. Pitching outside off, impact in line. And wickets hitting. Please give me the on-field umpire. Kumar, you can stay with your original edition of out. I will let you know when you're on screen. If you're on screen now, you can make your signal. Thank you.
Well, the row of the crowd signals the end of David Warner. Such a big wicket. Mahesh Deekshana striking in the first over. Warner goes. Australia 5 for 1. Warner hasn't scored. Driven square on the offside, but timing from Steve Smith, using the pace and just opening the pace. Up and over, 1 bounce for 4. Chamira going for that extra length, the length possibly we were talking about, but Aaron Finch was very good with that.
Just over-pitched a bit there. Aaron Finch, not much feet movement, just threw his arms at the ball. He's a powerful man, and all he had to do was get it over that 30-yard circle. Couple of bounces, 4 runs for the Australian captain. 18 of 24 balls, just starting to get into innings now.
Again, that's 4. Big over from Chamira, 13 runs off it. 36 for 1.
Everything. Oh, missed everything there, Kusal Mendis. Slept 4 byes. Mr. Batsman missed the wicket keeper and gone for a boundary.
Swung his bat out. He's back out here, Aaron Finch. No long on, and that's where he's looking to go. Beautifully bowled again. Questions being asked. Finch looking to score at every opportunity here. All the way. Don't bother, throw it back.
Low delivery by Vanindu Hasaranga. All 5 deliveries in this over, not a single leg spinner. It's all been either the googly or the top spin. This time it's a googly, getting it wrong. Aaron Finch flexing that muscles. Ending it over mid-wicket for a massive 6.
Again, another one. Inside edge for a single. 7 from it, 11 from it, excuse me, 49 for 1.
All 6 deliveries. They're over. I mean, the wrong ones. So the top spin. This was Vanidhu Hasaranga's little cameo. 5 boundaries in 1 more of Jai Richardson. Good thinking. Execution was perfect. Was able to move around but still keep his head position very steady. That was the key. That little cameo made sure Sri Lanka got past the 300 mark. Fantastic knock.
Seam again from the pavilion end. There was a searching over by Hasaranga to Finch. I'd probably say it was a draw or stalemate, because there was a number of times Finch was beaten, but the 6 over mid-wicket for the full toss levels things out. 4 more, top edge, a little bit streaky, but they'll take him.
Quick bouncer by Chamika. Shot, beautiful shot right in his arc. Hammered down the ground.
Oh, he's got him. Has he got him? Huge appeal and given. And Finch doesn't wait around. He makes his way off the ground. Googly after googly after googly. This one, the leg spinner.
Nicely set up by Vanidhu. Googly after googly, as you mentioned, HD. And then leg spin, the big turner. But Aaron Finch went fishing. Decent catch by Kusal Mendes. Nice reps. Again, curving back into the batsman. Now, almost like he was in 2 minds what to do. Could have easily played the back foot. There was so much time. Slowness of pitch would have allowed him to. But other than that, it's that man, Vanidhu. Aaron Finch, the skipper, gone for 44. Australia, 72 for 2.
Oh, they're asking for it slightly outside the line of off stump.
Okay, it's very close to the bat. Could you give me outrage, please, to check whether there is any bat involved? Right, thank you.
Closer than I thought, hitting
Waiting
on the
for-
back leg.
Waiting for outrage Chetman. Stand by coming up now. Roll it. Going. Okay. It's a flat line when the ball passes the bat. Confirm no bat involved. Ball tracking when it's ready, please. Ball tracking coming up. The original decision is not out. Pitching outside off. Umpires in impact is umpire's call. The wicket is hitting. Give me the on-field umpire. Kumar, you can stay with your not out decision on screen now. You can make a signal. Thank you.
Oh, benefit of the doubt stays with the batsman. Sri Lanka do not lose the review, but good start from Theekshana. He's got hold of that one in front of square. 4 skids off the outfield.
Yeah, Australia needed that. Just broke the shackles a little bit there for Australia. Steve Smith picked the wrong one. Strong square of the wicket. With Sri Lanka bowling so well here, they need a wicket. They need to break this partnership. They've got their 2 strike bowlers on. We know the ball's going to become difficult to hold.
There we go. That wasn't short, but the speed allows him to get onto the back foot.
Tipped away towards mid-wicket. What a beautiful shot on the up. That's Steven Smith for you. Very strong down the leg side. Not a bad ball at all. It was perfect ball back of the length. Look at that for timing and placement.
Yeah, cross seam from Dasun Chanaka. Or a scramble seam. More like it, but easily done away over mid-wicket. Maxwell's not padded up. That's interesting. Over the top. This will run away to the boundary, mid-off inside the circle. And De Silva tossing it up outside the off stump, and Labuschagne picking his spot. That turned out to be a fairly easy option for Labuschagne. Just take a look at this, down the wicket and over the top.
Made it look so easy against the turn. Key there, getting into right in the pitch of the ball. That's 50 for Steven Smith. 50 of 54 deliveries, a masterful knock, and 26 half century. But a wonderful play in all formats for Australia. Going forward, the spinners, but we predicted there was no rain. That's out of the window. Now the spinners got to make sure they have a different plan, the plan B, to work it around. But at the moment, Australians are cruising.
Another single this time. In fact, they'll want two. They're coming back for two. This is good running.
Superb running. Fantastic. Great intensity from the first. As soon as the batsman connection to the bat, signal was for a couple. There you go. Sprinting across. Fantastic.
Good intent. Good urgency shown by Australia. They've got 4 runs on the first 3 balls. Short delivery in the air, might be taken in the deep. It is! Dasun Chanaka strikes. Dunitwel Lalage, the catcher. A very important catch for the young man. He first at international level. Young Dunitwel Lalage settled down underneath it and held on to the catch that Marnus Labuschagne offered. Miscued the short delivery.
Sri Lanka were craving for a wicket, and the captain, fantastic, does it. The young man, there was some goosebumps before it came and safely held a good bouncer, which ended Marnus Labuschagne's innings. So they're losing their 3rd wicket. Marnus Labuschagne gone for 24, 126 for 3.
They do understand that the Australian batting lineup is strong now. Short fine leg in the circle. Through extra cover. Starts to the over with a boundary. That is a very good start for Stoinis.
What a wonderful shot.
Done him. Well, Lalage's first wicket, and what a wicket it was. What a wicket for this young man. He's got the scalp of Steven Smith. He will not forget it. And what a moment to get that wicket for Sri Lanka. Steve Smith was looking to threaten, looking to take him apart. That one drifting in and straightening up, castling the right-hander. And Dunitwel Lalage is elated.
Going with the arm, skidding on, and what a maiden wicket to have. Steven Smith gone for 53 of 60 deliveries. Australia losing their 4th at 141.
It's just too much power.
That's the strength of Marcus Stoinis. Just a bit too much width there. Form he's in at the moment. Look at this. Nice and still. Waits for that ball beautifully. And by word, gives the ball a good old whack, Marcus Stoinis, when he gets the opportunity. Good shot there by Alex Carey. He plays a conventional sweep well, but one of the best in the Australian team and around the world of the reverse sweep. Very much in control of that shot. Just went with the pace of the ball. Beat that fielder out in deep. Point quite easily. Good start to the over. Now it's important to milk the rest of the over, keep the pressure on the Sri Lankan bowlers.
Yeah, 9 off the previous over without playing a shot in anger, really.
It's up to Marcus Stoinis. And Alex Carey to only go wicketless, but put the pressure back on him. That's a beautiful shot there from Marcus Stoinis. No risk in that. Mid-off was up. Just used the power. Check drive that over. Mid-off, a couple of bounces, 4 runs. Fast shot there from Marcus Stoinis.
Just over pitching ever so slightly, allowing Stoinis to step and hit. He's so strong, he really is. It's just almost guided over mid-off 6. That's gone. Out the ground.
That's an amazing shot there from Marcus Stoinis. That ball wasn't that short. He got deep in his crease, opened the front part of his body up, allowed his hands to get through it, and just the sheer power there from Marcus Stoinis. That's a big one. Look at this. Got deep in the crease, opened the front side of his body. No ground's big enough to hold him when he's in this sort of mood.
Are they under 7 to the over now? It's hard to believe because there hasn't really... I know that's gone out the ground, but... That's 4 as well. I was about to say there's hardly been any fireworks, but it's just the power and the ease that he finds the boundaries. Got him! Massive wicket! Massive wicket for Hasaranga. The question will be asked is, was it required by Stoinis? The damage had already been done.
Yeah, not one of his better shots there, Marcus Stoinis. That was a bit full. It was the wrong end. Bowl middle and leg stump there. Look at the disappointment on his face. It was nearly full enough to hit back down the ground. But huge wicket there for Hasaranga. All of a sudden, they're right back in this game. They're 5 for 189 Australia.
Short delivery, that's gone the distance. Glenn Maxwell, he will pounce on anything loose, and he's very strong square of the wicket, and that was too short.
Yeah, 3 balls, 3 dot balls, and he tries to put in a little bit more effort. He's trying to get that ball to spin, but he only ends up dragging it into the pitch. More energy on that leg. He's not in control, but I'll tell you who's in control. Glenn Maxwell is.
Oh, how close is that? How close is that? Palyaguru takes his time and sends Maxwell on his way. Maxwell certainly got across.
He certainly did. He certainly did. But it's worth an ask. He's going upstairs.
Origin edition is out. Pitching outside off. Impact.
No wonder he reviewed it.
Missing.
To the naked eye, that looked very close.
I recommend that you change your decision from
Palyaguru
out
has
to
to
not out.
change
You're on
his
screen now. You can
decision,
make
but what a shot that is from Maxwell. What a shot that is. Tossed up on the leg stump. It was a brilliant execution. Great decision and great execution. Take a look at this. What do you call this?
He picked the wrong one and just went with it. Penny pressure was building because of Karunaratne's previous over. A few tight deliveries in this. It's all gone.
Dot ball. How far has it gone? Far enough. Maxwell taking him on. Taking on the short delivery. That was the plan. There was a man on the boundary at square leg for the miscue. But Glenn Maxwell somehow manages to get it over the line.
Just for a moment, the fielder thought he had this. He looks in an awkward position when he plays it, but he gets the middle of the bat. Oh yes, Chamira going for plenty. Oh, they got him. He's asking for it, but nothing. Oh, given. That looks straight. That really did look straight, but Carey doesn't hesitate to go upstairs.
Ball tracking coming up. Orange edition is out. Pitching in line, impact in line. And wickets hitting. Give me on field umpire. Kumar, you can stay with your orange edition of out. I will let you know when you're on screen. Stand by. You're on screen now, Kumar. You can make
He
your signal.
confirms it, the big roll. is the celebration of the dismissal of Carey.
Hasaranga on one leg gets Alex Carey for 21 to 28 for 6.
Hasaranga strikes again. You said that he's getting wickets on one leg. He's got the fourth on, still on one leg. Cummins goes.
Hear the roar. But you do have to say that's a very poor shot. His feet nowhere, he just swings. And that's what pressure does for you. Second ball duck for Pat Cummins. Sri Lanka claw themselves back into the game. 0 for Cummins, 228 for 7.
Punched off the back foot, 4 off the first ball. Glenn Maxwell is on his way.
And the pressure on Sri Lanka. Now this pitch, we keep saying is on the slower side. It's a length that usually skids for Theekshana, but today it's sitting up. So he's got to bowl slightly fuller, Theekshana.
He bowls at 95, Russell. We haven't really seen that last delivery. We haven't really seen he looking to mix it up. Generally gone at one pace, 95, 92, in the low 90s.
Fielder from the leg side hops across. 48 of 47. Jai Richardson, Josh Hazlewood in the hut for Australia. Here's the key, the big show.
Maxwell the man. Poor delivery, really poor delivery. That's been dispatched for 6. That was a full toss. Mahesh Theekshana looking for that wrong and just missing out.
And he looked so disappointed that Dhananjay De Silva couldn't catch that. Looked like a plan. The reaction from Theekshana, but he was brought on with so much hope. 2 balls, he's gone for 10. But it's just a matter of one delivery. Delivery for a wicket. That's the problem, Roshan. The ball not skidding through for him, so he's struggling to get that effective length for himself.
I spoke about mixing it up on this surface, knowing that it is a little bit slow, but Theekshana's length has been short. That has been the problem. Oh, squared him up a little bit. That went off the outside edge.
Because he's not the type of bowler who'll spin that ball heaps. Now and again there's an off break. That was pretty straight. Very straight. But Maxwell gets bat on ball.
Again, that delivery dragged down, and 4. Chamika Karunaratne, one of the quickest fielders, just couldn't get across.
Got it away. He's got it away. This will bounce away for 4. It's a massive ask for this young man to bowl to Glenn Maxwell, and it brings up his 50. He's 23rd in one-day internationals. Comes up. That could be out. That could be out. Long, hard look and given. Agar will probably go upstairs. This has spun a long way. No decision made as yet. He looks at Maxwell. A little discussion. Upstairs, yes. No reviews are out. They've got none left. They've got none left. He's got to go. And off goes Ashton Agar.
It's spun a mile. Punit Villalge hitting probably one of those foot marks and looked very close. And umpire Kumar Dharma saying no hesitation, and Villalge elated. Young man on debut. The country leader. Look at those emotions. Look at those eyes. Proud of you, young man. Ashton Agar gone for 3. Australia 254 for 8.
Gone. He is so good at that shot, Glenn Maxwell. And that's a great way for Australia to start the over.
And just as expected, first two deliveries, a youngster would be put under pressure. This is where composure got to be on spot. Not a bad delivery at all by any means, but this is just good batsmanship. Innovation at its best. Flat hit. Fantastic.
Come in,
19 required. 4. Make that 15.
That's a bad delivery. Way down the leg side. Class of Maxwell is not going to miss out on those opportunities. Young man under pressure, crumbling a little bit. Fantastic game, a debut for remember. But this one, definitely not on.
They need him out. Sri Lanka need to knock over Glenn Maxwell, otherwise this game's gone. So why not take the man maybe from mid-wicket and put him at a wide-ish slip and bowl the ball in that channel outside off stump and get Maxwell to try and drive at it or something. May find an edge. Oh, well, he's found the middle of the bat. How about that? That's all the way. So he only requires one more now to finish proceedings, Glenn Maxwell. But that's a serious stroke.
Class written all over it. What a beautiful shot. The pace of Dushman Chamira met middle of the bat of Glenn Maxwell's bat. Kept that for a pose. Wow. This class, pure class. Pace coming down the ground, coming at the bowler. Flat hit.
Sent in at number 7 to do the job. Finish the game. Become the finisher that everyone knows you can become. He's done it. He's 74 or 50. He's going to finish it. He's going to finish it with a big one. Glenn Maxwell dispatches that over mid-wicket for 6. What a wonderful innings by Maxwell, and what a great chase by Australia.
The last 5 years, third time number 8 to 10 batsmen have scored more than 50 runs for Australia. That sort of a day. What a way to finish. Glenn Maxwell, a couple of sixers from the bowling of the premier fast bowler of Sri Lanka. Clean hitting, disappointed crowd, but been treated with a wonderful game. Couple in the trot. And Chris Silverwood, the coach. Yeah, that sort of a day. Almost had it, but just not good enough to finish the job off.
Yeah, I think Sri Lanka played beautifully. I really did. 300 in their 50 overs. There were some wonderful contributions throughout the batting lineup. But this man, Glenn Maxwell, finishing it in the way that he only knows how. Over mid-wicket. That's a clean strike. They'll hold their head in their hands. They'll be disappointed. They were rejoicing the other evening with a Sri Lankan victory, but tonight is Australia's night. 1-0 up in the series, 5 matches to be played, 1 more here at this venue, and that's a nice touch from Maxwell. The young man on debut, thrust into a pressurized situation. He accounted for himself very well this evening, and I'm sure he has a bright future ahead. I think Sri Lanka should be too disappointed. I think there was a good performance from them tonight. Warner didn't score. Finch played nicely for his 44. Smith looks as though he's finding some good touch. Stoinis was powerful, but it was all about the innings of Glenn Maxwell. Unbeaten on 80 of just 51 deliveries. He did the job that Australia asks him to do. He finished the contest.
Bowling for Sri Lanka. Manitu Hasaranga, pick up the bowlers, picked up 4 wickets. A young man on debut, well, Lalage picked up a couple of wickets, went few in the last over. And Maish Theekshana, the other wicket taker, picked up 1 of his 8 overs.
Well, Sri Lanka won the toss and they decided that they would bat first on what looked like a dry surface, and one that maybe 250, 260 would be enough. but they ended up with 300 for 7. Mendes unbeaten on 86. Hasaranga was brilliant, 37 off 19. In reply, it was Glenn Maxwell's 80 not out that saw Australia over the line, and they win by 2 wickets on the Duckworth Lewis Stern method.